Life at sea is full of challenges and immense satisfaction. While you are at sea, the Indian Navy looks after the welfare of your family like its own. If you are choosing to be a part of it, you are choosing more than just a job. It offers you a unique way of exploring your life and provide ample opportunities to explore your potential in every sphere of life. Indian Navy provides professional challenges along with security and comfort that is almost unparalleled. For many people, the greatest attraction for a career in the Indian Navy is the variety of opportunities that make your career challenging. You can face the challenges and develop methods to explore your full potential, and work in the Indian Navy offers you a chance to grow as a professional by learning new skills and acquiring unrivaled experience in the process of applying those skills. Today, all over our country, we are celebrating the Indian Navy Day on 4th of December, and every year we celebrate Indian Navy Day to commemorate an extremely important event, a major victory that is being conducted by Indian Navy. Hello everyone and welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. I am Hemant and now we are conducting a very special defense update session on the Indian Navy Day updates. So here I will be discussing with you about why are we celebrating Indian Navy Day for today, and we will wrap up the session with some of the most important details. Before beginning, as I always introduced you, that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. If in case you are preparing to join the Indian Navy, or if you are preparing for the Indian Naval entrance test like INET or various other examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army, Indian Air Force, Airmen Group X, Group Y, Central Armed Police Forces, Military Nursing Service, or even the Army Cadet College entries, please subscribe to our courses. You can even download our Android app from Google Play Store. Then you can choose your favorite course, go through the complete detailed lecture content, and along with it we are also providing the supplemented study material, sample practice questions, quizzes, and also mock tests are already being made, taking into consideration the latest exam patterns. So please download the app and make sure that you also follow us on all sort of social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and various other social media platforms, so that you keep yourself updated with the Indian and international defense inputs. So now let us understand about why are we celebrating Indian Navy Day. It is very simple one that each and everybody must understand, that on 4th of December every year we will be recognizing the achievements and the role of the Indian Navy to this particular country. So today it is our duty and it is our honor to remember what Indian Navy is doing and how much it has provided in the safety and security of our country, including the maritime interest, including maintaining the presence in the Indian Ocean region, including always evacuating of the Indian nationals from the other nations during these COVID-19 pandemics, including making up all of these important technicalities, and also various other Indian naval establishments made specialized equipment that were helping our country in solving the major problems. So Indian Navy is not just a single platform, it is providing us a lot of things. So today it is very important that we remember what Indian Navy has given for us for today. So we need to understand why are we celebrating this only on 4th December, sir? It can be celebrated on some other day, but what is the speciality of this particular one? Why are we celebrating Indian Navy Day on 4th of December? So exactly on 4th of December, long back in the year of 1971, Indian Navy has launched an operation which is known as Operation Trident. Okay, so Operation Trident is an operation, and what happened the moment you see 1971, you need to remember the 1971 Indo-Pakistani War. Okay, so during the 1971 Indo-Pak War, wherein which the Pakistan was very badly defeated in the hands of the Indian Armed Forces. So at that particular time, while Indian Air Force has launched a separate operation and Indian Army has launched Operation Vijay, in the same time Indian Navy has launched Operation Trident, but the main aim to launch this particular operation was to completely destroy the Karachi port and various other Indian naval establishments, understand, and various other Pakistani naval establishments. So this is a lethal attack. It was launched by the Indian Navy, Operation Trident. It sank around 4 Pakistani vessels and completely destroyed fuel fields in Karachi harbor, understanding. So if you're destroying the fuel fields, what will happen? So the Pakistani did not have the extra amount of fuel to conduct any other operations, and this was a very major loss from the Pakistani side. There was a major defeat, and the appreciable side that you have to consider that Indian Navy has lost nothing, in the sense we have no losses. However, how good we went, the same position we came back with very big smiles, and 500 Pakistani Navy men were also killed in this particular attack, and our naval men have returned home victorious. So this was considered to be one of the most victorious and one of the most especially conducted operation. And after World War II, it is only this particular Operation Trident that was known to have been given this big success. Okay, no other operation after World War II has given this large success, and that is the reason why Indian Navy has decided to celebrate the Indian Navy Day on 4th of December. And also we are giving the respects to all of those martyrs of those Indian naval personnel who have given their lives in various other operations on this particular day. We need to understand and go through in detail that what is actually the Operation Trident. It was an offensive operation launched by Indian Navy, as I was telling. It was launched on Pakistan's port city of Karachi during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, and it first saw the use of the anti-ship missiles. We never used anti-ship missiles until then, but it was for the first time in Operation Trident that Indian Navy has launched and it has used the anti-ship missiles in the combat region. Understanding? It is for the first time that Indian Navy has participated in a war, and that too in a war it has used the anti-ship missile. So this is also a very speciality we have to consider. So now let us understand and go through why is it considered more special, what was happening. So at Mumbai we have the Western Naval Command. So what happened was, the moment the Pakistani government, it has declared a national emergency on 23rd of November. Okay. So when Pakistani government declared national emergency on 23rd of November, that moment itself Indian government officials, they got a doubt. Something is wrong, they felt. So the moment they did this, immediately Indian Navy has deployed 3 Vidyut class missile boats in the vicinity of Okha. Okha is somewhere here in Gujarat. So from Mumbai, some important patrol boats had went to all the way up towards Okha. So these 3 were Vidyut class missile boats. So they went there and they started patrolling there. That means they started doing some search and other operations, and they were maintaining the reconnaissance related aspects in those areas to maintain the security of our country, because Pakistan has launched the emergency as of now. So we need to understand. Also the additional point, as I have mentioned in the first point, that in the year of 1971, here you have the Karachi. So at the place of Karachi, it housed everything of the Pakistani Navy. The 90% of the Pakistani Navy was all inside Karachi. Understanding? So it was the headquarters of the Pakistan Navy, and it was almost the entire fleet was based in the Karachi harbor. That means if you are inflicting a major damage on Karachi, it is a direct indication that you are inflicting a major damage on the whole of the Pakistani Navy. Okay, so going through in detail, on 3rd of December, what happened is, after Pakistani had attacked the Indian airfield, suddenly Pakistani Air Forces has attacked the Indian airfields all along, and also it has attacked the Indian territories suddenly without even giving any particular notification, or without even given any particular warning. It has started firing towards the Indian borders. So the moment this particular one was done, then itself the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971 officially began, and during the night of the 4th of December at night time, a Karachi strike group was specially formed. Understanding? So this was a Karachi strike group, and the main aim of this particular group was to completely inflict and damage the Karachi harbor of the Pakistan. So it was formed by the Indian Navy. This included around 3 missile boats, 2 corvettes and 1 fleet tanker. Remember, this might be asked in any particular examination. It is 3 missile boats, 2 corvettes and 1 fleet tanker. Okay, so going through, we need to understand that what were there in the Karachi strike group. The main operation, the Operation Trident commander was Commander Babru Bhan Yadav. Okay, so he's the commanding officer of the 25th Missile Boat Squadron. So Commander Babru Bhan Yadav is considered to be the operation commander. Under his particular commanding, there were 6 important Indian naval ships that were participating. 3 were Vidyut class missile boats, 2 were Arnala class anti-submarine corvettes, and 1 was a fleet tanker. So the 3 Vidyut class missile boats were INS Nipat, INS Nirghat and INS Veer. Okay, so all of these 3, they were all armed with, each was armed with 4 Soviet made SS-N2B Tykes surface-to-surface missiles with a range of around 40 nautical miles. So at that time, this is considered to be the largest and the most sophisticated missile equipment that we had at that particular point of time. Also, as I mentioned to you, this is for the first time that we were launching the anti-ship missiles. So in a war environment, so these missiles were considered to be the first missiles that were used in the war environment by the Indian Navy. So what were the 3 missile boats? They were INS Nipat, INS Nirghat and INS Veer. There were also 2 Arnala class anti-submarine corvettes. They were INS Kiltan and INS Kachal, and there was also a fleet tanker which was INS Poshak. Okay, so what did they all these ships do? This was the main thing. It was declared a success, and what happened was INS Nipat has destroyed an Pakistani ammunitions cargo ship. Okay, there was a cargo ship of the Pakistan. It was carrying completely Pakistan ammunitions. So INS Nipat has launched an anti-ship missile on towards the MV Venus Challenger. It was a Pakistani ship. The moment the missile has struck the MV Venus Challenger, it has completely blasted and it has inflicted the damage, and the complete ammunitions on the ship was completely destroyed. Then there was PNS Shah Jahan. PNS Shah Jahan is a Pakistani destroyer. This was escorting MV Venus Challenger. Okay, so there were two missiles that were launched. One was hit towards MV Venus Challenger. The ammunition was completely destroyed. And the second target was PNS Shah Jahan. It hit the PNS Shah Jahan and it was also fully destroyed and it sunk. Okay, so there was INS Nirghat. INS Nirghat has launched an missile on PNS Khyber. This was also a battle class destroyer, and the moment PNS Khyber understood that it has been completely attacked, before itself it's sending a rescue signal towards its Pakistani naval headquarters. The whole ship completely sank along with its own 222 sailors. They were all sunk and they were all killed itself. Okay, and even because of the complete blast that happened, the message that was sent towards the Pakistani naval headquarters, that particular message was also did not have the proper coordinates, and it took a lot of time for Pakistani Navy to return back. So this was also an additional success that we had. In the meanwhile, what happened was INS Veer had targeted PNS Muafiz. This was an adjutant class minesweeper of Pakistan. So even this minesweeper was also destroyed, and this minesweeper has insisted around 33 sailors, and all those 33 sailors were also killed. Okay, so the remaining three, INS Kiltan, INS Kachal, which are the two anti-submarine warfare corvettes, and INS Poshak, which was a fleet tanker, all of these three were operation assistants. They were also assisting the former three in cargo and ammunition providers. And additionally, what happened in the end, after all of these three were done and after all of these kills were done, INS Nirghat and INS Nipat has launched their missiles onto the Karachi harbour, and the complete fuel storage tanks were completely destroyed, and this was considered to be the largest economic loss that was faced by the Pakistan all up to that particular time. Okay. So what happened? So this was declared a success and we did not have any particular damage. However, all the Indian ships, if XYZ men have reached there, the same and they have returned back, and everything was normal from our side, and we did declare the success, this particular operation to be a successful operation. Then what happened after the Operation Trident was a Pakistani Air Force, the moment they understood that its navy was completely destroyed, Pakistani Air Force was very angry, and then it retaliated during air attacks on the Okha port, because all of these ships have come from the Okha port. As I was telling you in the previous session that all of our ships were doing some patrol in the Okha port, so the same ships, they went and they attacked the Karachi. So the moment the Pakistani Air Force understood, they reached all the way back towards Okha. Okay, so once they reach towards Okha, but Indian Navy is very more smarter than the Pakistani people. Okay, so what it do is, before the Pakistani Air Force reached it, already by that time, Indian Navy has already moved the missile boats to the other locations to prevent any other losses. So the losses that were caused by the Pakistan was completely nil. Okay, and after this particular operation, 3 days later, Operation Python was also launched as an assisting operation towards the Operation Trident, and also this particular operation was considered to be a very, very significant operation to be considered into the history of the Indian Armed Forces or the Indian Navy. And I would like to discuss with you about a very funny incident, about a friendly fire incident. A friendly fire is considered to be that particular term that is used when, if in case you are launching the missile on a friend, understanding. So if in case, see, for India and Sri Lanka are two friends, for example, and if by mistake India has launched a missile on Pakistan, and if that destroyed the Pakistan, and that is considered to be a friendly fire, and the losses have to be recovered very, very immediately, and the other things have to be done in a very proper way. In the same way, what happened was, during the Pakistan, while India has never reported any case of friendly fire in its whole history, Pakistan Navy has lot of friendly fire incidents, and this was a friendly fire incident. So there were too many false alarms were raised in the Pakistani side, and there was a false alarm that was raised by the Pakistani Navy Fokker Friendship aircraft. Okay, so this was a Fokker Friendship aircraft, and it raised a false alarm. And what it did was, it was declared on 6th of December 1971. It reported a Pakistani Navy frigate as Indian Navy missile boat. And the moment it was done, it was locating that the moment it has received this particular information, a false information, it has sent signals towards the Pakistani Air Force to come and completely destroy the particular frigate. Then what happened? Pakistani fighter jets, they came, they completely scrambled, strapped the vessel, and then later on, once the whole vessel was destroyed, then later on they identified that frigate to be as INS Zulfikar. This was a very fun incident that we have to understand, and this resulted in casualties and damage to the vessel. So that is it regarding these important updates, and I hope that you understood what and why do we celebrate the Indian Navy Day. So today let us remember and appreciate the Indian Navy for each and every effort they are providing in maintaining the security and keeping our lives more meaningful and making ourselves more happy. So the theme for the Navy Day 2020 is this particular one. It is Indian Navy combat ready, credible and cohesive. Remember, Indian Navy combat ready, credible and cohesive. It was in the year of 2019. The theme was Indian Navy silent, strong and swift. But in the year of 2020, this particular year, Indian Navy is following the theme Indian Navy combat ready, credible and cohesive. So how are we celebrating this particular Indian Navy Day? So various other many events will be conducted, various competitions were conducted. So all of these competitions can't be conducted in one single day. So a Navy week will be observed. Okay. So a Navy week, the whole week wherein which the Navy Day falls, the whole week will be celebrated as the Navy week. So in all of this particular Navy week, sea swimming competition, inter-school quiz competition, Navy half marathon, various other competitions will also be conducted, and all the Indian naval ships, some of the most important ships, excluding the strategic ships or the potentially viable ships, those will not be kept, but only those ships that are very simple ones and that can be kept for display, those will be kept for display for all the school children and various visitors. So today, if in case you are interested, you can go to Visakhapatnam or Mumbai and then see and visit any particular Indian naval ship and then have a knowledge about what is happening there and why Indian Navy is considered to be a very beautiful job. And various other events will also include veteran sailors, lunch, performances by Naval Symphonic Orchestra, air display by the Indian Naval Air Forces, and also the beating retreat and tattoo ceremonies will also be conducted. If you ask an Indian naval personnel how is it to be a part of the Indian Navy, he will say that it is a far cry from duty ashore. For one thing, while at sea, you will be putting all your skills and determination to actual test. You will be given responsibility and will be doing an important job for which you have been uniquely trained. Of course, sea duty does not mean you will spend all your time at sea. Your ship will have its own home port and you will spend a fair amount of time in or close to that port. At sea, you will be excited to be visiting far-flung places in India and abroad, which you may have only read or heard about. For many people, the greatest attraction of career in the Indian Navy is a variety of opportunities that can make your career more challenging. In the Indian Navy, you will find there's much more to be gained than a regular salary. In fact, the experience that you gain in the Navy can help you shape your future through adequate financial benefits, unparalleled careers potential, and personal growth that you have been waiting for. Indian Navy is a well-balanced and cohesive three-dimensional force capable of operating above, on, and under the surface of the oceans, efficiently safeguarding our national interests. That is it regarding this particular session, and I hope and I wish each and every particular aspirant who is watching this particular session and every Indian naval aspirant who wants to join the Indian Navy very soon and each and every Indian naval personnel a very happy Indian Navy Day. We are very indebted to you. Always stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, be confident, always stay tuned with us. Jai Hind.